Good morning everyone, this time we'll be taking a look into some pretty dark and eldritch stuff, but trust me, it's really quite useful. It can be used to build pretty unique contraptions, arcane wands, and I'm pretty sure it's an all-purpose drain cleaner too. This time we'll be covering nightmare fuel from Don't Starve. Nightmare fuel is a unique element that is sourced from anything that can induce any intense fear, primarily the shadow creatures encountered when someone loses their sanity. It can be used as a raw material to craft highly unique items, as well as be utilized as a power source. However, doing so can lead to disastrous consequences due to the fuel's dark origin. A powerful material within the world known as the Constant, nightmare fuel is a commodity rarer than most others. However, there are several methods to gather it. The main way to obtain nightmare fuel is through slaying shadow creatures, or other life that has been transformed due to lack of sanity. Alternatively, another less hostile source is the refinement of evil flowers, although this can be time consuming due to the difficulty in locating the flowers themselves. More dangerous but abundant sources are located in ancient ruins from fissures, which are presumably natural sources of the fuel welling up from its native environment, and nightmare lanterns, which appear to utilize the nightmare fuel as a power source of sorts. Nightmare lanterns are not the only technology that uses the fuel as a power source, with an entire civilization having been built up around its use. The now destroyed society had followed the promise of great power deep into the Constant, and began utilizing the nightmare fuel leaking from the fissures without consideration of what it might do to them. Eventually they would construct a gateway to try and obtain more of the substance, but in the end it would only allow a torrent to pour forth, killing and corrupting their people, laying complete waste to everything they constructed. No one knows quite exactly what the fuel is made up of, but its raw form, a heaving gelatinous mass, does bear some similarity to the general appearance of the shadow creatures, albeit somewhat formless. This has led to some speculation that it is indeed the base element of the shadow creature's own reality, the thing that makes up them and everything they know. Furthermore, these theories suggest that the nightmare fuel originates from one of two diametrically opposed realms, one of darkness and horror, and the other of enlightenment and dreams. It goes on to suggest that the enlightened reality used the Constant as a sort of dimensional plug to stem the invasion of the nightmare realm. While the idea of a dimensional plug may be a little far-fetched, the idea of a realm of light may be supported somewhat by the existence of Gestalt entities upon the Constant, seemingly originating from the moon, a place the aforementioned theory considers to be a watchpost where the light entities observe and keep the shadow creatures in check. Due to the inherently mysterious nature of the shadow creatures, however, it may be impossible to isolate exactly what they are, and by extension, what the nightmare fuel really is. The nightmare fuel is certainly a unique and compelling substance, known to drive individuals to madness and be used to create great and wondrous things. Surely it's from a realm beyond our own, and may in fact be completely unknowable to lesser minds, a truly eldritch substance, if ever there was one. However, it seems to exist in much greater quantities than it first appears, and whilst impressive items can be made with it, they are not so impressive as to be considered truly incredible. Taking these points into account, the only reasonable rating it was felt the nightmare fuel could be assigned was significant. An all-purpose civilization catalyst that will eventually take its catastrophic toll. How many times have we heard that story across time? It's almost the definition of a Faustian bargain, if that's what that actually means. I never really was sure. Anyway, feel free to discuss after the lecture, and don't forget to subscribe for more course content, like and share the lecture series with your friends. I always love seeing new faces here, and support it on Patreon or through a channel membership. And finally, of course, have a fantastic day.